situation surrounding COVID-19. We are committed to continuing to operate the essential services we provide to the community. Montevideo City staff and officials are working with Countryside Public Health, CCM Health, Montevideo Public Schools, Chippewa County, and other agencies as the response to COVID-19 continues to evolve. We encourage residents to observe social distancing recommendations from the Centers of Disease Control and Minnesota Department of Public Health. We will continue to provide updates to the public through our website, montevideomn.org, and on Channel 180 on Spectrum Cable. Thank you for your understanding. Will you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first off, additions, deletions, modifications to the agenda. Under 5A, modify the new amount in the verified claims, $591,096.86. 7A, we will delete that altogether. That's an annual report by department heads. 7C, modify, we'll consider a resolution authorizing the acquisition of property for the levy project. Revised Exhibit A attached for council. Modify 7H, consider resolution of support for the Lake Snoopy Trail project. Abatement for the Mills Estate East. Oh, okay. Would you care to help me with that?
It just ends at Lake Snoopy Trail project.
Okay.
Take the rest of that off.
All right, I shouldn't have read it verbatim. I should have pre-read it. My fault. Okay, let me do that again. Consider a resolution of support for the Lake Snoopy Trail project. Revised resolution is attached for council. 8A, we will delete altogether, and that was to consider adoption of an ordinance for rezoning of land. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
On the agenda? Motion by Steve.
Second.
Seconded by Dan. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting, March 2nd, 2020. They were presented to council last week for review.
So moved.
Motion by Todd. Seconded by Bryce. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 5, consent agenda. Verified claims, again, the new amount is $591,096.86. And 5B, consider application from Montevideo Area Chamber of Commerce for an exemption from lawful gambling license requirements.
So moved.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Seconded by Dan. For the discussion. All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 6A, public hearing on proposed tax abatement for 38-unit apartment development. Resolution adopting tax abatement project and consideration of approval of tax abatement agreement. Okay. Montevideo EDA has been working with Montevideo Multifamily LLC, the developer, towards the development of a 38-unit market rate apartment complex in the city of Montevideo. The project would be built on lands sold to the developer by the EDA located in the Mills East Side Estates. The tax abatement program would involve city taxes on property up to $380,000 over a 10-year period. The property owner would still pay the taxes, but it would be reimbursed the approved amount by the city. The program was developed to help offset developer expenses in an effort to encourage the project to move forward. And with this, we have Rick to
Yeah.
for staff report.
Just a few more comments. Both Mitch and Corey could not be here tonight. I don't know for what reason, but they extended their greetings and hope everything goes well. You've summarized the key points. One thing I think I failed to mention at the last meeting was that the property tax generated off of this project will include an annual tax payment to the school district of about $17,000 in 2020 dollars. We did not, the EDA did not request that the school district participate. We came to the conclusion that we had adequate resources to work with, and as important was the fact that the school, in an attempt to have a referendum approved for a number of projects they want to undertake, we felt we shouldn't complicate their lives by throwing this in the mix. So they will receive their property tax abatement in day one of when they're on the property. So I just wanted to make that clear. I think for the benefit of everybody, we should just summarize what we perceive as the public purposes associated with this proposed project or the use of the property tax abatement. State law does require that certain public purposes are met, and there's a number of them. We concluded that we felt the public purpose was being met by having increases in property tax base, provide employment opportunities within the political subdivision, primarily temporary or part-time seasonal construction jobs, and help provide access to services for residents of the political subdivision, and that is providing an expansion of housing opportunities within the community. I think that's the only comments I have at this time. Any questions I can address?
No questions from any questions from council?
Okay. Good.
I'll ask for, I'll open the public hearing to anyone who cares to address council on this topic. Okay, seeing no one, Robert, has there been any communications from the public, written or phone or otherwise?
I've received no comment from the public, written or otherwise.
Okay. Is there any comment or question additionally from council? With that, I'll close the public hearing. Anything you'd like to add on the topic?
A lot of hard work has gone into this. I appreciate all the work that Rick has put into this. This has been kind of a model on other projects that we might be looking at in the future. This is a program that will provide much needed housing within our community, and recommend approval by the council of a resolution for the tax abatement program, and separately approval of the tax abatement agreement.
Okay. Any additional comment, Alec, or none? Nope. Rick?
Nope.
Discussion from council?
I guess I just think that we gotta start doing something to bring in housing into the community. This is the first step that we can take, and I don't necessarily always like abatement. I mean, most people never like giving tax money back, but in certain situations, I think in order to bring in the housing that we need, we have to provide some sort of incentive, and we're not giving large amounts. It's a controlled amount, and I think it's a reasonable amount, so.
Okay. Anyone else? So you have a resolution and an approval in front of us?
I'll offer the resolution.
Second.
Offered by Todd, seconded by Bryce. Is there further discussion? Resolution requires 4 votes. Todd?
Aye.
Bryce?
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
And aye. Resolution is adopted. And also considering an approval of an associated tax abatement agreement.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Bryce,
Second.
seconded by Todd. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes.
And again, I'd like to thank Rick for all his hard work on this.
Team effort.
Okay, 7A, we have removed that from our agenda. 7B, consider a resolution authorizing purchase agreement for acquisition of property for the levee construction project.
So an appraisal, as appraisals are completed, offers are being made to acquire necessary properties for the 2019 levee construction project. A resolution has been prepared for authorization of the purchase agreement of the property owned by Mark Schultz. We're recommending approval. Financial impact would be $114,500. State funds will be used for this acquisition.
Any questions?
I'll offer the resolution.
Offered by Dan,
Second.
seconded by Steve. Further discussion? Requires four votes. Dan?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Todd?
Aye.
Bryce?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution is adopted. 7C, same thing. Consider a resolution authorizing acquisition of property for the levy construction project.
There are a number of parcels remaining on the gravel road area that need to be acquired in conjunction with the 2019 levy construction project. The city attorney has identified properties where ownership is unclear, unknown, and therefore additional legal proceedings are needed. A resolution has been prepared to authorize the city attorney to proceed to acquire the necessary properties in accordance with Minnesota state statute. I don't know if Jan has any further comment.
Basically, those are properties that we have to condemn because, one of them, the, property owners are, unknown, probably goes back to when it was originally, deeded out. It was west 2 acres, or east 2 acres were deeded one place, west one, another place, and now when they're surveyed, there's a gap in between those, and so, that involves suing somebody who's long gone. The other, parcel is, you may have seen on the map, the plats, Yarns parcel. Well, first of all, both the Yarns, unbeknownst to me, have both died, and, also there is a dispute as to what exactly of the parcels shown on the, survey they own. So I think the feeling is that they probably, through at least adverse possession, own all of them, but they don't have clear title, and of course, they're deceased, so, that also is a condemnation to get clear title to those pieces.
And just to add one more thing, we are getting close to wrapping up. There's just a few things like this to, on those acquisitions.
Jan, how long will it take to get that legal?
Well, it's we would do what's called a quick take process. It can happen fairly quickly. We have to, finalize the parties and the descriptions. And that shouldn't take too long, and then we file the claim with the court. And hopefully, I say that, given what's happened with the court system, that we can get a hearing date fairly quickly, and then at that point, we get possession.
So it's,
Usually it would be maybe about 30 days from the initial filing.
so it's holding up the levy project if we were to get funding and be able to begin this year, that would kind of hold it up.
I guess I'm not sure, depending on where these are located as far as the rest of the projects.
Okay.
I think our hopes, Jim, is that they time itself out with the bid letting process for the projects is kind of the plan as of right now.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
I'll offer the resolution.
I'll second.
By Todd, seconded by Dan. Further discussion? Also requires 4 votes for adoption. Todd?
Aye.
Dan?
Aye.
Bryce?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
And aye. Resolution is adopted. 7D, consider approval of a second amendment to option agreement document in connection with the Montevideo Veterans Homeland. Robert?
By resolution number 3546, the city council authorized option agreement with the state of Minnesota for the use of the property in connection with the construction of a veteran's home, which will be owned by the state of Minnesota. That option terminated on November 30th, 2019, and the council subsequently approved a first amendment to that option agreed, which terminated at 5 p.m. on March 31st, 2020. Both the city and the staff are willing to extend the agreement. Therefore, the second amendment has been prepared for that purpose, terminating May 31st, 2020. We recommend approval of this second amendment.
Council have any questions on that?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Seconded by Steve. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 7E, consider approving the use of city property and associated social event liquor licenses for a community event on Saturday, August 29th, 2020. Robert?
The Montevideo Park Board, which one are we on? I apologize.
7E.
E. I jumped ahead of everybody. The VFW and Melody Lanes are partnering together to hold a community event to commemorate the bowling alley's 1-year anniversary. The event is scheduled for Saturday, August 29th. A number of items need to be approved by the City Council. This request is being treated similarly to the Talking Waters Java River Block Party request. The VFW will be supplying all the alcohol for the event and has therefore completed state application for the 1 to 4 day temporary on-sale liquor license, which would allow the club to serve its products outside of their licensed premises, as well as a local accessory use permit for use of the parking lot. The bowling alley has completed the local beer gardens event application, which addresses specific requirements for the music, fencing, restrooms, security, etc. A diagram of the proposed event area is included for review by the council. The applications are both required to submit certifications of insurance, naming the city as an additional insured for use of the parking lot. City staff recommends approving the use of the city-owned parking lot and all associated licenses for the August 29th event, contingent upon proof of insurance and other application requirements. One motion encompassing all of the approvals is sufficient.
Any questions from council?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Todd. I guess I'd like to ask about how wide is this area out from the building? I mean, we've got a sketch here, but it's a little more than a sketch. It doesn't give a whole lot of detail. I'm assuming they're leaving plenty of parking still available.
We did discuss parking issues with them and the concerns of the neighboring properties, including the movie theater, community center, and other sites there. They're very open to the idea that this is a parking lot, and I think they're also looking that they would need parking here. I think their intent, and correct me if I'm wrong, Glennis, was to provide ample space for parking.
Yeah, it's not a huge area, but I don't know the exact dimensions. I do know that where that stage is located, so this is, way at the far end, they are planning to hopefully hook into electricity from the fairgrounds area, so we won't have anything to do with that either.
Actually, your best bet to get power there would be from the city building, if that's an option for the city.
What city building?
Highway,
The old highway.
department shed. So they're not gonna get it, well, I guess we don't need to get into that, but they're not gonna get it from the fairgrounds, so that if they're gonna get it on that south end, they'd have to get it from that building.
We'll visit with them on that issue.
We've done the same in the past.
Correct.
For the fire department dance there. Any comment from the theater on this, or are they open to the idea?
I think the theater is involved in this to some degree because this is a bowling alley event.
Okay. That's all the questions I have. We have a motion and a second. Is there further discussion or questions? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, 7F, consider park board recommendation for approval of the 2020 pool fees and pool program.
Now that we've caught up to where I was before, the Montevideo Park Board met on March 11th and recommended that fees remain the same for 2019. However, the council could make changes if they so choose. The dates for the pool season would be to open on June 1st and to close the season on August 16th. Staff also would request a free day for all swimmers on June 19th as part of the Montevideo Fiesta Day celebration. A recommendation by staff is to approve the 2020 rates, program, and free swim on June 19th. Other options are to make changes or deny. Financial impact, anticipate revenues to be similar to last year, which would be about $40,000 or 34% of the operating costs. A general fund transfer in the amount of $76,365 will be made to cover the remainder of the $116,365 of the operating costs. Attached is the proposed 2020 pool program information.
Questions or comments?
Make a motion to approve the 2020 pool fees and pool program.
Second.
Motion by Todd, seconded by Dan. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 7G, consider ratifying a mayoral appointment to the Economic Development Authority. It's the responsibility of the mayor to appoint EDA board members. Lucas Cruz resigned from the board, leaving an unexpired term to December 31st, 2025. Mayor Curtis has appointed Jennifer Golden to the unexpired term, which needs ratification by council. Somebody care to move on the,
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
moved by Bryce, seconded by Steve. Further discussion? All in favor, please indicate with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passes. 7H, consider approving resolution in support of the Lake Snoopy Trail project.
At the March 2nd, 2020 meeting, the city council directed staff to prepare a resolution of support for the Lake Snoopy Trail program or project. A resolution was drafted which supports the project in concept. We're recommending approval of the resolution. I can certainly read that if that's what you'd like.
Not necessary. I think we
Okay.
all know what it was after their presentation 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
I'll offer the resolution.
Offered by Todd,
Second.
second by Steve. Further discussion? Requires 4 votes for adoption. Todd?
Aye.
Steve?
Aye.
Bryce?
Aye.
Dan? Aye. And aye. Resolution is adopted. And that is the end of our agenda. Mike, you have anything you want to add?
No, I guess I just wanted, I guess I could quick add that, among all that's going on, I don't think, that we'll have any other natural situations that we'll have to deal with this spring like we did last year. So, that's maybe on the positive side of things. So we'll continue to monitor, obviously, with, any rain or events that do come up weather-wise. Right now, it doesn't look that way, so we should be sitting just fine as far as any flooding goes, so. If anything were to change drastically, we would report, but as of right now, we should be equipped and ready to handle the levels that we will see, so.
Thank you, Mike. Jan, anything?
Nothing else?
Mr. Mayor?
Nothing.
Dan? Nope. Bryce?
Nothing.
Todd?
Nothing.
Steve?
Nothing.
Okay. I want to add, right before I come here, I attended what I could of the school board meeting, and that group has got their stuff together, and it's kind of a fluid plan, but they are doing a good job, and I offered to them whatever support or assistance the city can give. We will do our best to accommodate them, and they were appreciative of that, so. If there's nothing else, we are adjourned. Thank you.